Welcome everyone. My name is Nicole, and today we have a special class on the winter solstice, our darkest day of the year. A day that may be quiet and reflective as we really kind of wind down to prepare to do it all over again. It's really a beautiful time and kind of an interesting, right? We're at our darkest day, but we're thinking of hope, of light, of all the promises that are going to be coming from the sun spending more time here. All right, well, like I said, this is going to be an hour-long practice, and I'd like to kind of bring in the intention of just kind of peace and ending our cycle with some peace. It's been quite the year, I think, for most people. So as we practice, just bring in that gratitude for making it, a gratitude for days are going to be getting longer, and color, and life. And yeah, and just that intention to be present with it all. So if you'd like to join me for this special class, we're going to begin seated, do a little bit of a warm-up. We'll go do some standing poses, as we then will wind back down to the floor. And this is Thor. All right. So maybe you want to sit up on a block, a bolster, if that's more comfortable, if you find your knees are riding high. Wherever you are, find a little bit of ease, root down through your sitting bones, engage your core, lightly roll those shoulders down your back, rest your hands down, and let's just begin breathing deeply in through the nose, and out the nose. Breathing deeply in and out. Just take several moments here to be present with your breath, and then also bringing in that gratitude for the new year, a gratitude for the year that we just had as well. Let's bring our hands to heart center, press the palms firmly, and happy solstice. Inhale those fingers high to the sky. And then we're going to twist. Exhale. Twist to the right. Look over your right shoulder. We'll flow here. Inhaling through center. Exhale to the side. Inhaling. Exhaling. A few more rounds. Inhale through center. Pause at the top. Drop your right hand down. Reach, reach, reach. And then extend those left fingertips. Really get a nice stretch along your side body. Press down with that bottom hand to even help lift and lengthen even more. Breathe. If your neck is okay, you can look up or just rest it down gently. Inhale, come up, reach off the other way, fingers up, over, maybe look up. Inhale, come up. We're gonna switch the cross on our legs. Bring our fingertips to our shoulders. Slightly, make sure we're not scrunching up, but gently roll those shoulders down. And let's warm up the core some. So engage and then twist, including the head. And we're just gonna keep at it, and you can go at whatever pace calls to you. Just a little bit more. And then slow it down, and let's move super slow. Really getting a maximum twist here. And then to center. Rest the hands down. Go ahead and come around now. Draw the legs behind you. Table, knees under hips, wrist under shoulders. Fingers are spreading. Very active hands. And then let's go ahead and cat-cow here. So we have a neutral, and then cow, we tilt your tailbones, press down and away with the hands, lift your chin. And then for cat, the opposite, pulling the core in, rounding behind the back of the heart, dropping the head. Really pressing down with those hands. And then rock back and forth between the two, your own pace, your own breath, trying to just have smooth movements that match your inhale and exhale. So that'll probably look different for everyone. And then come to neutral, curl your toes under, and then we're gonna lift the knees, send the hips back and up to the sky for downward dog. Go ahead and keep your knees bent a whole bunch so you can look between your hands, press down and away as much as you can, send those hips high, then drop the head. Maybe pedal out the feet, but don't worry about straight legs. Worry about hips high, spine long. And then raise your right toes to the sky. Keep your pelvis level with the mat, and then come up on the ball of the back foot. Maybe come up on your fingertips, knee and the navel. Step that foot between your hands. Press out strongly through your back heel. Gauge your legs. Inhale, high lunge. And then really extending out that back heel. Our front thigh is slightly rolling out. So when you look down, you can see your big toe. Fingers, palms can be pressing together in prayer, or shoulder widths just reaching up to the sky. And then we're gonna move them around the mat in a circle now to celebrate coming full circle. So drop that left hand down, turn your toes to the long edge of the mat, and then star pose. Reach your hands wide, feet are turning out. Really just extend in all four directions. And then bring your hands to your hips. Draw your heels in. Maybe adjust your stance as needed. Squat down low for goddess pose. You can bring your hands to heart center and breathe. And then squeeze, straighten the legs, point your toes slightly in now, and forward fold. You can have your hands between your feet. You can toe lock, grabbing both big toes. You can have your hands on blocks. Put a little bend in your knees. Engage your core. Inhale. Halfway look up, pull length. And then exhale, fold back over. Breathe. Inhale, halfway look up. Little bend in your knees, hands to hips, and come all the way back to standing. Pivot your feet to the back of your mat now. And we're gonna back heel turns up, squat down, low lunge, pressing out the back heel, and then inhale your fingers high. And then exhale, come down over your front foot, step into plank, pause at the top here, pulling your core in, pressing down strongly, breathing, always lowering the knees if you'd like. And then elbows in, lower, all the way down. Roll your right shoulder, and then roll your left shoulder. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. A couple more times, rolling up on the inhale. Exhaling down. And then inhale, roll your shoulders up and down your back. Lift your hands. Baby cobra, no arms. Another deep breath in. And then hands under your shoulders. Press through plank. Exhale, back into downward dog. Few breaths here. And then inhale your right toes to the sky. Coming up on the ball of the back foot, shifting knee and navel, step through, pivot to the long edge of your mat, turn those toes slightly in, inhale, come all the way to standing, turn those heels in, once more, squat down low, hands at heart center, inhale, imagine a slight pressing down, lifting on the inhale, exhale, press away. Inhale, exhale. Pause and extended. Palms turn up. Breathe. And then inhale. Squeeze, lift, raise those arms high. Star. Hands to hip. Toes. Point forward now. And exhale. Forward fold. Hands under shoulders. Inhale. Look, pull. Length forward. And then exhale. Drop the head. Forward fold. Breathe. Inhale, halfway look up. Maybe clasp the hands behind the low back now. And bring the wrist overhead. Or you can keep the first variation. Release the hands down. Inhale, halfway look up. And then turn to the front of your mat. Step to plank. And then exhale, lower elbows in. And inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, rolling down. And just play with it. Last time, inhale, rolling up. Exhale, down. Clasp the hands behind your low back. Check out your shoulders. Pick them up. Roll them down your back. Lift your toes. And then pull your fists to the back of the mat. Lift your heart. Breathe. And release, hands under shoulders. Press into plank. Exhale, press those hips back and up for downward dog. Pedaling out the feet. Pressing down strongly with the hands. Maybe swaying the heels side to side to get a nice stretch along the side body. And inhale, left toes to the sky. Stepping through between your hands. Turning your back heel in to prepare for warrior two. Inhaling, sending the arms out. Sinking through the hips as Front thighs still rolling out. Looking over your middle finger. And then back hand down the back leg as you reach up and over with that front hand, gazing up. And then inhaling, coming forward, straightening your front leg. Begin to reach as far out as you can. And then you drop your hand on block, the shin, the earth. Maybe right hand to your heart to encourage the rolling open through your upper back. Raising that hand. Looking up if that's okay with your neck. Breathing. And then inhale. Come up. Back through warrior two. And then turning the toes, long edge of the mat. Left arm threads under, palms press. Turn the heels in and squat low. And squeeze, inhale, straighten the legs. Turn those back toes in just a little. And then front toes point to the short edge of the mat, sink. Arms come out. Warrior two on the right side. Maybe doing a little sway side to side here. Help you determine where center is. Making sure to not be crunching your ears up, but lightly roll those shoulders down. And then straightening your front leg. Reach out, out, out. Can't come anymore. And then your hand comes down on a block, the earth, or your shin, rolling your heart open. Left hand to the sky. Breathing. Not putting so much weight on that bottom hand that we could still lift off. To keeping everything engaged. And then come back, your warrior two. So let those hands come down over your front leg. Heel turns up. Step into plank. Pause. And let's roll to the right side. Left hand raises. And then draws up over your head and back down. Plank arms and rotate to the other side. Inhaling, exhaling. And pause and plank. Elbows in, lower all the way down. Inhale, roll your shoulders. Baby cobra, no arms. And then inhale, press down if you'd like. For upward facing dog, lifting the knees. And then rolling over your toes for downward dog, or just coming back into downward dog. Several breaths here. And then inhale, left toes to the sky. Stepping that foot between your hands. And then pivoting to the long edge of your mat. Inhale, halfway look up. Place your left hand under your face. Right hand to your pelvis. Just roll open through your upper back and then maybe raise that right hand. Breathe. And then right hand comes down. Switch. Left hand raises. You can make sure your pelvis is level, not twisting the whole thing open. Core engaged. And then that left hand raises to the sky. And then hand comes down. Inhale, halfway, pulling length, looking forward. And then exhale, fold. Releasing the head and the neck and the jaw. Inhale, halfway look up. Turn those toes back to the front of the mat. Lowering your back knee. Press through your front heel. Squaring your right hip back. Inhale, chin lifts, come forward. And then exhale, drop the head. Half splits. And then inhale, shift forward some. Now so you can pivot that left foot out, pad the knee if you would like. Flex your right heel. And then hands to hips. Reach down your right leg and up and over with that left hand. Maybe gaze up. And then inhale, come up, warrior two arms. Put a little bend in that right knee now, and exhale, dip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, dip low. And straighten. A few more times. And then pausing, knees together, and then turn that left foot out now, knees under hip, and then we're gonna reach that left hand down and come up and over, balancing, side body stretch. Another deep breath in. And then inhale, come up, warrior two arms. Bend that left leg. And then exhale, dip low. Inhale, come up. Beautiful. Let's turn over our left leg now and press through that left heel to square that left hip back. You can use these blocks on the side here to help you balance, or our fingertips, and then core engage, chin lifted, coming forward, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, shift forward, your back knee, step through plank, pausing just for a moment, and then the knees wide, toes touch, send your hips back for child's pose for a moment, really using your hands to help press your hips back towards your heels, and then resting your forehead down to the earth or on a block. And inhale, shift forward, down onto your bellies, and then kick your feet in, grab for the ankles, the feet, and then we're gonna inhale, kick into those hands, lift across your heart, and then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, kick up, exhale, lower. A few more rounds. All right, last one. Kick and stay, hold, breathe. And release. Rest your forehead on your hands for a moment. Take a few breaths. And then hands under shoulders. Press up onto all fours. Draw your left knee behind your left wrist. Toes point in at an angle. And then begin to scooch that back foot back. Coming in to pigeon. Placing a block under this left hip. If you find it's really uncomfortable and you're riding really high, feels super good to just place a block there and rest that hip down onto it. Stay high, or if you like to forward fold, if you like to add a little bit more, kick your back foot in, and then reach around, add a little thigh stretch here, pulling that heel into your bum. If you grab for the back leg, go ahead and release it now. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, lift. And then let your hips shift to the left. As you draw that back leg all the way around, coming into a seated twist here. So I want to be sitting evenly, and you can extend this bottom leg if you like, if your knee bothers you. And then we're going to bring our right hand behind us, reach our left fingers to the sky, core engaged as we lean forward some to come hook, re-straighten, look over your shoulder or just clasp that knee. Breathe in length on the inhale, and then think slight twist on the exhale. Now, turn your head back, and the rest of you coming undone. And then we're gonna extend the right leg long now. Draw the heel, left heel into your midline, sitting evenly. Again, engaging our core as we have our fingers on either side of that extended leg. Help a little twist and then fold. Coming forward with our chin lifted, and maybe using this hand as a little bit of a kickstand to kind of like help you stay in the twist as you forward fold. No forcing though. And then inhale, come on up, and we're gonna turn slightly, pressing the soles of our feet together, fingertips behind, lift up, maybe come a little closer to those feet, and then open them like a book, keep the binding, and then keep the energy pressing and drawing into your midline here. Keep it active, and then lift across your heart and your chin and begin to come forward. Inhale, lift up, and then we're gonna prepare to come around on all fours, facing front of our mat once more, to draw our right knee behind our right wrist and scooch those back toes back for pigeon, placing a block here, and then keeping our legs engaged. You can lift off if you needed to. And then the focus, keeping our pelvis squared so we're not rolling open one way or the other, but we're really centered. And then if you'd like to forward fold over your legs, go ahead, or stay high. Sending breath to all those sensational places. If you'd like to add a little thigh stretch here, you can kick your back foot in and reach your right hand for it, pulling the heel into your bum. If you grab for the back foot, go ahead and release it. And hands under shoulders. Inhale, come back up. Let the hips fall slightly to the right as you draw that left leg all the way around. Hook it. Prepare for a seated twist here. Sitting evenly, core engaged. Left hand behind you. Inhale, right fingers to the sky, getting really tall. And then coming forward, hooking, re-straightening, looking over your left shoulder, or just clasping the knee. Breathing, length. Exhale, twist. And then turn your head back. The rest of you come undone. Extend your right leg long. Left heel comes into your midline. Taking time to sit evenly once more. Core engaged, twisting, and folding. Janusharshasana. And then inhale, come back up. And let's do one more. Seated hip opener here. Fire log. So right foot on bottom, foot flexed, and then the left shin comes on top. And you're like stacking them. And then when I look down, I can see a little triangle between my legs. And then use your hands, come down, press your feet into your hands, hands into your feet. Pull forward, lift your chin, and then maybe that's plenty. Maybe this is plenty. Maybe you want to forward fold even more, coming all the way down. Keep breathing. And then inhale, core engaged as we come back up. Lean back to come out. Switch, left leg on bottom now. Right leg on top. Making sure you have a little triangle you see between your legs. Feet engaged. Hands press into your feet. Pulling forward, chin lifting, and then exhale. Drop down, forward fold over your legs. Or stay high. Wherever. This can be a very sensational pose. So, or stick a block if your knee's right and high. We're all different places here. So just breathe where you're at. And then pick a place that's not too much and not too little of sensations. And then go ahead and inhale. Come on out. And knees bent. So our torso touching our thighs. Flex your feet. Grab them. And then we're going to slowly extend. And as long as you can maintain the contact with your torso and thighs. And then just stop wherever you need to. And breathe. Feeling nice and long and lifted in the low back. No crunching. And beautiful. Go ahead and sit up. Let's draw the feet up, hands out. Back core engaged, lifting. Half boat. If you want to extend for full, then go ahead. A few more breaths. Keep pulling core in, no collapsing. And then begin to lower slowly all the way onto your backs. Beautiful. Drawing your right knee towards your right armpit. And breathe here for a moment. Head back, relaxing to the earth. Draw the knee now towards your left armpit. Pause for just a moment. And then hook the toes in your knee crease and draw that knee all the way across your body. Reach, look to the right. And breathe. As you begin to cool down and just enjoy the twist. And then coming back through center, extend your right leg long now. Drawing your left knee into your left armpit. Pausing for a moment, taking a few breaths. And then draw the knee to your right armpit for a moment. For hooking the toes, drawing the knee all the way across the body. Reaching, looking to the left. And then inhale. Come back. Knees as wide as the mat. Cactus the arms and just tick-tock the knees off one way and the other. And then a little happy baby right before the outside edges of your feet. Drawing the knees down towards the outside of your torso. Really pressing your head back, pelvis into your mat. Doing a little roll on that low back if it feels good, or just holding statically. And then give yourself a big hug. Happy solstice. You did it. Here's to another trip around the sun. Squeeze. Maybe hold your breath. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release. Let it go out into Shavasana, final resting pose. Really roll those shoulders under. Palms turn up. Take any variation that you need to feel more comfort in this final resting pose. I'm gonna let you completely drop out, dissolve, integrate your practice, and I'll guide you out in just a few. always feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you like, especially on such a special day. But if you are ready, go ahead and roll to your right side, pause, and take some breaths. And then use your hands to push yourself back to a seated position, taking another moment as the sun makes its final appearance here. Happy solstice, everyone. The light within me sees and recognizes the light within you. Take care.